If you watch this YouTube channel, chances are you're interested in managing the stress in your life in the most effective and efficient ways. One of the things that is absolutely critical to managing your stress well and doing it effectively is finding balance in your life. Now, let me just start by saying there is no one formula that will be right for everyone. Everybody's life is individual to them, and they have their own preferences, their likes, their dreams, their hopes, their responsibilities. So everybody's version of a balanced life will look however it needs to look for them. It's not going to be the same for everybody. So don't look for a one-size-fits-all formula, and be wary of anyone who tries to sell you a one-size-fits-all life balance formula. Life balance includes many things in your life. It's one of those things where there are so many moving pieces, and there's give and take, and it may change over time, and it may change from season to season. It may change with your priorities and your life experiences and your own preferences. So again, don't get hung up on finding that one formula that will provide the one and done life balance. This is something that is organic in the sense that it grows and changes with you over time as needed. What are some of the biggest things we can think of when it comes to life balance? Well, it's probably work-life balance. Most people have to work for a living, have to have some kind of income. Unless you are already happily and successfully retired, or unless you have a trust fund or some other means of financing your life, there's a good chance you have to work for a living. Finding that balance between work and non-work domains is a big part of balancing a life that serves you rather than having a life that stresses you out. And remember what I just said, that this balance will look differently for different people. Some people are all about their work. Well, let's make a quick side note here. For those who are doing their life's work, where work doesn't seem like work, spending a lot of time at work may not mean that their life is necessarily out of balance. But of course, if the same people are forsaking all the other parts of life, then the balance is lost. Some people prefer to work as little as possible and only do so to support a lifestyle that they want. Others may see that as slacking off or not working enough, but to them, that's the perfect balance. Work as much or little as you need to, so then you can actually live your life rather than toil away at the office for the vast majority of your life. So as you can see, finding balance will be very much individual to you, and that includes that very big component of life for most, which is work-life balance. There are many tools and many techniques for working towards this kind of balance. Things that I've taught you in these videos on this channel are just part of that conversation, part of that toolkit. So as you look to find balance, the right balance for you, for the right time, for the time being, consider the many different tools and skills and lessons that you can make your own, that you can participate in and utilize to help you with finding that right balance. Don't try to do it alone. Don't try to reinvent the wheel, but rather utilize the tools and techniques and whatever else is available to you to find that balance in the quickest, most efficient way, so then you can be as balanced as possible. Another thing to consider is your priorities. This is something that I've talked about on this channel. Priorities are important. If you don't have your priorities in order, it will be difficult to, well, prioritize. How do you know how to prioritize if you don't know what's most important to you? So make sure you go over the things that are part of your life and figure out how important they are, where they fall on that list of priorities. So then you can give your focus to each thing accordingly. If you don't know what your priorities are, everything is a fair game, and everything can essentially ask for your time, ask to be number one on your to-do list, on your list of attention. That can be chaos. That can be very stressful and not very productive. So know your priorities, and keep in mind that, as with so many things in life, priorities will change over time, maybe within seasons, as you mature, as your life situation changes. So setting priorities once is probably not going to be the end of it. Be ready to rework that list of priorities on a regular basis to keep it current and relevant to your life. Make sure that you manage your time well. Time is one of those resources that we just cannot get back. Once it's gone, it's gone. And shortage of time or lack of time is one of the bigger stressors in life for many people. So make sure that you manage your time well. Learn time management techniques. Find and utilize time management tools that will help you to manage your time well. Be very much aware of the things that are time wasters, especially for you. Not everybody has the same time wasters. So what may be a time waster for your spouse or your friend or your child may not be an issue for you, simply because that's not what you engage in. You may have your own very different time wasters. So it's important that you know what your potential time wasters are and that you manage your time well. Don't let time or lack of time add to your stress. The bottom line is that it's important to strive for balance in all areas of life, from work-life balance to family and friend balance to health balance, everything in between. It is by striving for a balanced life that we can truly reduce stress in our life as a byproduct of that, if you will, as a side effect. And it will also allow us to manage better and more effectively the stress that does make it through and into our lives. So balance should be one of those things that you're always striving for and always reevaluating, so that you are as current as you possibly can be on reaching whatever balance is right for you at the time. If you'd like to learn more about a comprehensive approach to stress management, check out the link below. I invite you to check out my stress management course as well as my new stress management book. So check out the links below.